Welcome everyone to Quayzar's Customs. I am Hurst Quayzar, and today we're jumping right into the story mode missions. The Salem Flamo. For those of you that don't know, the Flamo is a pun to the Ford Pinto. The Ford Pinto back in the day had a pretty bad problem. Whenever they were rear-ended, the car would burst into flames. So having this car named the Flamo is quite hysterical in my mind. So what does this say? My car doesn't stir anymore. When it used to run, it made strange noises. Every morning I would wake up my entire neighborhood. Please make it start and see if you can do something so it's not so darn loud. Well, sounds like there's an exhaust issue and possibly a fuel or ignition issue. This is not going to start, so let's... I don't think they're going to give us any parts listing. Nope. He wants to drain the oil and refill it. So, let's see if she'll start. Dun, 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 dun. No, she's not going to start. Alright. Let's throw her on the left. Let's see here. So it could be a few things. It could be ignition coil is bad, fuel filter looks horrible. So while I'm up underneath the hood here, fuel filter's at 25%, so that probably is okay. But it's red, so I'll keep it off. Alright. Ignition coils. 64% there, pretty good. It's a 4-cylinder, so let's pull some spark plugs out. Ooh, 15%, that's a bad one. 12%, that's bad. 9%. Yeah, no wonder this car wasn't running. Okay, this ignition coil back here. Take a look at that. Pull that off. Ignition coil is 5%. Alright. Anything else we can, without having to take it off? Most of it's, you have to take it off the car. Okay. Look around here. It doesn't look too bad. Alright, so we identified at least a few things here. Fuel filter. Looks like we're gonna need a fuel filter. Gotcha. Spark plugs. Need 4 of those. I believe the coil was in bad shape, so let's see if we can get this thing running with this stuff. So whenever a car can't start or won't start, first things are first. Anything electrical, anything fuel. Those are the main things to check. So this is the coil pack, spark plugs for all the spark and ignition. Ignition wires were 64%, that should work. Fuel filter, go ahead and replace that. Another thing people forget about is check out back here. This is fuel tank. And I am looking from back there. Can't see the fuel tank, but there it is. Fuel pump out. Fuel pump's at 9%. Yeah, you can tell by the way it looked. I was looking at it from the front. It was pretty rusty. Let's throw another fuel pump in there. Okay, so it says it's a bit loud. Alright, so that exhaust looks fine. That exhaust looks horrible. So middle muffler, 18% rear muffler. Ooh, that was at 14%, so that's just as bad. So we need to hook up with a couple exhaust pieces. Rear. And there we go, middle muffler. Spending a lot of money for a Salem Flamo. Yeah, we actually have a little car show that happens around here on Fridays. There's a guy that actually has a Pinto station wagon he brings out. It's actually quite a nice car, actually. You got a Ford 302 in it. Actually pretty cool. Okay, does this say to change the oil filter too? It says change oil, drain oil, and new. Okay, we've got one more part that's not discovered. Alright. But let's see here. I'm trying to think what else it would be here. Yeah, that took a lot. Alright. I mean, exhaust looks okay. The manifold looks okay. Replace both those pieces back there. Okay, so what was it here? When it used to run, it made strange noises. Every morning it would wake up my entire neighborhood. Okay, so we knew it was going to be an exhaust system. Fuel filter, part not discovered. Repair with minimum parts, 100%. Yeah, this is interesting. Because everything looks okay from underneath here. I'm trying to think of what it would be. Just by examining some pieces here. Making a strange noise. Well, let's see. Do a real quick check. We'll pull the head off real quick, see what we have underneath there. Maybe nothing? Maybe something. Yeah, see, I'm not seeing anything bad underneath there. The cam looks okay. Caps look fine. That looks good. Belts are fine, I think. Very interesting. You know what? Fuel rail. I wonder. Now the fuel rail looks like it's in good shape. So, thought maybe it was really rusty. Let's take the cover off here. What the heck is going on here? Oh, I gotta take that off first. Oh, jeez. Filter looks pretty good on the inside there. Maybe only half clogged up. Well, let's see if we can start it. Can't start it. Alright, so has to be the battery. 7%. Check that out. So I know I sat here and told you all about the electrical system and I totally forgot about the battery. Jeez. It didn't look that bad. That's why I wasn't even thinking about it. Usually it had some discoloring or something on it to give you an indication it was bad. Not this time. Oh, got fooled by that. Alright. So with that, I should be good to go. Yeah, 1270 payout. Cha-ching. Alright. At level 7, about 15 grand. See if there's any. Oh, there's another story mission. This will probably be story mission 7. Okay. So let's see. Bought this car from a dealer. It wasn't the cheapest, but supposedly it was a good deal. The problem is that it's very difficult to shift through the gears, and sometimes something bangs on the left side, and the right side too. Check the general condition of the car and repair whatever you find broken. The dealer assured me that everything is working. Everything is nearly brand new. Yeah, right. You got sold a lemon. Happens to the best of us, dude. Alright. So yeah, the trannies down there looks pretty bad. So let's take care of that first. We know that's going to be an issue. We'll just get this transmission up and out. And we'll take it out for a test drive and see what else has got going on. Okay. This being a front wheel drive car, well, look at all this garbage. Look at that garbage. Oh. This is going to be a little bit more than just a quick transmission job, I see. Yes, my friend, you have been sold a lemon. Let's see here. Brake calipers at 6%. Brake pads at 11%. Alright. I think I can get away with a little. No, I don't know. Hang on. Can I get away with here? Oh, that's in bad shape. Bearing's decent. Wheel hub looks alright. Knuckle cover shot. Our suspension arm is shot. Maybe. You know, I may have jumped the gun on this. So let's do this, shall we? I'm going to throw this all back together. Man, we already know some of these pieces are going to need replaced. That's fine. So what I'm going to do is run it. I'm going to run it through the test path. It looks like there might be more of an issue with it here than what beholds the eye. Oof, need to walk faster. bad interior. Got the GPS going on down there. Alright. Front driver's side brake is horrible. Rear's not too bad. Front suspension shake test. Alright, gave us a lot to go on. So, from here, move it back out. Garage. And just for the giggles of it, let's take it out to the test track. Because if there's anything else I can find down here, I'd rather get it taken care of in one shot. Alright, and here we go. Oh my, the transmission is in bad shape. The test pad does a good job of identifying some parts, but the test track itself helps check out the brakes and things like the springs, suspension, some of the suspension parts. Yeah, it's banging around on the front end alright, sometimes on the right, sometimes on the left. Oh, that was painful. Yeah, we got a few more parts on there, so we got a pretty good idea of what's going on here. Let's lift it up. Oh, and while I did do a few missions in between, I acquired some cases in a couple of barn locations. So I'm keeping those for right now. I have really no way to store them. I'll open them up here in a little bit. Maybe we'll open them up at the end of the video. Alright, so what do we got here? Look at all those pieces. Okay, so not too shabby, so let's take a look at this steering knuckle here. Okay, so we don't have to take too much of that apart. That whole side needs to come apart. So let's take the tire off. Well, that's good, but the pads are bad, so we're going to take the drive axle out. Oof. Okay. Oh man. It bounced me around. I didn't mean to do that, sorry. Alright. Pads are bad. Outer tie rod end. Inner tie rod end. Go over to the other side because this side is a mess. Whole brake system's a mess over here. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I thought. I gotta take everything out. This side. Bad. Bearing wasn't bad, no hub isn't bad, but it's like the knuckle cover behind it's bad, so I've got to take it all out. Let's see, the lower one was in bad shape. A-leak was in good shape. Shock absorber was in good shape, I believe. motor and inner tie rod in. Yeah, that steering rack looks pretty bad too. So examine that. I gotta take it off the car to examine it. Oh. Yep, 14%. It was in bad shape. Front drive shaft. That looks horrible. Now we can get at the nuts and bolts here. We know that's gonna be bad. Accessible from the engine bay. Ah! Okay. Gotta pull the starter out from the top. Alright, now we can lift her up. Let her rip. Oh, one more. Oh, throwout bearing looks bad. Yep. Pressure plate looks horrible as well. Clutch plate don't look too bad. Yeah. Flywheel looks horrible. Yep, there we go. Now I do notice that this radiator housing looks in bad shape too, so we'll have to check that out. Alright. Where am I at? Oh, there I am. So, first things first, gearbox. We need clutch, might as well put that new one in there. Clutch pressure plate, throwout bearing, and a flywheel. Let's see, we need the front wheel drive I4, which I believe is this one, but I don't want to waste my money, so let me make sure. But so the clutch plate, pressure plate, throwout bearing, flywheel. That's the I4 gearbox. I4 gearbox, front drive axle. I4 gearbox. I don't remember if it's in here or if it's in the regular parts section of the engine. Or it's in the suspension pieces. Front drive shaft. Whoa, wait a minute. Okay, because I know I need two of those. Two of those. Those. Couple of those. One of those. I think it's front drive axle C, but I couldn't swear to it. Let's see here. Get rid of that bad one. Pads I've gotten rid of. Oh, I've wasted my money on something. Okay, got those. Steering rack, lower suspension arm, C's, and a front drive shaft. So yeah. So the C's, I need two of these. Front drive shaft, I have one of those. Come down here to the steering rack. Good to go in here. Let me get two rubber bushings just in case. Not too expensive. Was it a lower or bottom suspension arm? Axle cover, we got that. Oh, totally lost that one. Lower suspension arm. Lower suspension arm and the front knuckle A. Okay, so it's the lower suspension arm. Front knuckle A. Very tricky. They can get you every time, so you have to really pay attention to what you're looking at. Okay, with that we should be able to slap her back together and see if we've identified all the parts. So let's take a look here. Oh, we still got one part that's not discovered, 2 parts that aren't discovered, 3, 4 parts that are not discovered. So we'll take a look here in a second. Bushings look alright. Oh, look at all that mess back there. Yep, those are the parts that are probably... Nope, because those would be okay. Let's see here. Let's take a look at the front end while we have it all here. Thinking we're alright. Suspension cross member. Yeah, I think we're good so far. So let's go ahead and start getting this puppy back together. We'll start worrying about that other stuff later, because I'm sure we'll come across something. I believe that fan is going to be one of them just by looking at it. So we'll find that out here in a minute. Right, clutch, throw out a bearing. Transmission. Front drive shaft. Alright, so this side should be pretty much good to go. The drive axle, set of brake pads. Yeah, we should be getting go. We should be alright on this end. Tire doesn't look like it's in bad shape. No, I didn't think about throwing it on there. Throwing on the tire machine over there probably would have told me if that's in decent shape or not. The rim looks like it's in decent shape. But can't really tell for sure. We're all in decent shape here. Only need a few pieces for the front end. I mean, it wasn't too bad. I've seen worse. Seen worse. Worked on worse. And some of those other pieces could be back there too. I'm sitting here kind of thinking through my next plan here. Alright, just for giggles, I'm going to lower it down so I can install the starter before I forget. Come across a couple of these jobs, I totally forget to put the starter back in. Go to jump into it, sell it. Tells me there's no starter installed. Do one of those face palms. Oh man, how did I forget that piece? Okay. So that's 14 to 20%. So that's 2 pieces I believe I'm going to need. Let's go down here, radiator cooling. Whoa, going so quickly. So I need a single and just a regular fan. That is probably what was banging around in the front end, I would suspect. It's not letting me. There we go. It can be temperamental sometimes. Alright. Close the hood, do a quick check on the list. Still got a few things. Caliper. And I still have one piece not discovered. Two pieces not discovered. Everything's in the rear. So, take tires off here. And, oh. So, let's see. There we go. There's one piece. There's another piece. That's discoverable. Yes. So it looks like we've identified all the pieces that we need. Everything's on this side, it looks like. Okay, let's do a quick double check on our list. All pieces appear to have been identified, so I think we are good to go. Start ripping this side down. The rear hub is good shape. That can be a pretty pricey piece. With this type of rear end, you have to take everything off of it. I do mean everything. Just to get at what you want. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think that sway bar is part of the process, part of the bad parts too, so I'm gonna have to take those apart. My first ever suspension job was on a 1972 Camaro, and it was in really bad shape. Really bad shape. I think I busted my knuckles on that car so bad. Oh, it was horrible. Okay, where these bushings need to go. It's not this easy. Alright, can I take that off? Nope, I gotta take the tire off. So I wouldn't have to do that. So let's take this off. Now I should be able to take off the sway bar. Yeah. Alrighty. So is there any pieces I could possibly repair? Nothing really. I mean, it ruined itself, so I lost some money trying to do that. Did you hear that big clunk in the background? Yeah. I lost some cash. Alright, so my name, Shock A. It's kind of a mixed bag in here, so let's go with the, forgot I had the pad. I've just finally got the pad. Forgot I had it. I kept going back to the computer. Let's go with the rear sway bar. One of these links. And let me put this on real quick because this is the deal. If you have, remember that this side, the A link on this side was 61%, right? Well, now I have two. I need to put the same one back in. Because say I put the 100% one over there and the 60% one over there, it'll tell me that the car's in worse shape now than it was when it came in. So yeah, I'm not real pleased about that either. I'm at 4 bushings. Oh, excuse me. Throat's a little dry. Shock absorber A. One of those arms. Rear suspension arm 2. Let's see what we got here. See how I broke it? It was at 20% and I broke it. How nice. Shock absorber A, I'm good with. Rear suspension arm. Rear suspension arm A. Five of those, huh? Wheel hub. Rear B, housing A. So traction housing A. Rear suspension arm B. I need 2 more of these. My goodness. Brake pads. Yeah, wheel hub 3. Some brake pads. Yeah, it just seems like I kind of losing it on this one. All right. So start building up this side. Hopefully everything comes together and we don't mess this up. Let's go with another bushing there. Yeah, this is going to be a little interesting. You know what? I don't even want to try that. It takes a lot to take that out again. They don't cost too much, so I'm going to buy a couple more bushings here. I really don't want to be having to tear this rear end all apart again. So let's get rid of that bushing. Put in a, oh wait a minute, oh it's a small rubber bushing. Jeez, no wonder. See, I'm not paying attention. Got 3 of them. They're not too expensive considering. There we go. Oof. Alright. I think we're cooking with gas now. Hoping these pieces that go back in will be sufficient. It does tell me to repair them with 100%, replace them with 100% parts, so just hoping this works out at this point. Everything that is bad has been repaired. Good bushings. Of course, none of this stuff is getting replaced because it should be in decent shape. Alright. Alright. I lower it down here. Pretty confident I've gotten everything. Oh, brake caliper. See? I didn't get everything. Small bushing. Brake pads. See? Alright. Back up she goes. So I'm suspecting... Did I look at this before? Yeah, brake pads. Okay, so where's the bad bushing at? Those are good. Those are good. That's good. So where's this bad bushing at? Both those have been replaced. All those have been replaced. Except for that one. Alright. So get a set of brake pads. Did I miss something up front? Didn't think I did. Everything's in decent shape up here. Caliper and pads. Caliper and pads. Yeah. So what am I missing here? A brake caliper. Small rubber bushing. Well, the small rubber bushing is back here, obviously. So I am going to suspect it's that one. Because I did take this apart. It's got one bad small rubber bushing in it. Or just... what can I say? It's not a bad rubber bushing. It's just not 100% rubber bushing. Pretty good at finding it pretty quick, but sometimes, yeah, not so much. Okay. Let's check the list. Now that small rubber bushing shouldn't be on there. Yep, see? I've got a brake caliper. Now, I did take that caliper off, and I took that caliper off. So, I mean, which one would it be? This This one's 61%. This one's new. This one is 61%. I mean, what gives? So I'm going to guess because I tore that primary side down over here, this one needs to be replaced. I have no idea. Let's try to, before I buy one, let me see if I can repair it. Did I break it? Yeah, I broke it. Look at that. Damn. That bites. Okay, so I have to buy a new one. Spent money to try to repair it and broke it. And I only suspected it was this one because I took the whole front end apart on this side. I am totally guessing on which one it is at this point because they all say 61%. Everything's new there, so I'm going to go ahead and put the tire on. Car says, hey, it looks like I got it. I got her. So, yeah, because I tore this complete front end down, I had to replace the caliper. I only took the caliper off on this side to replace the pad, so I didn't have to replace the caliper on that. It's kind of strange, but okay. Guess this guy needs a tire before he rolls out of here. Alright, so another story mission. Good to go. So real quick, a lot of pieces. Totally a lot of pieces. But the one that would get you the most would be the radiator fan housing and a radiator fan housing fan. If you didn't scope that out at the very beginning, or while you're underneath the car, yeah, it'll drive you crazy trying to figure that one out. Alright, still level 7. I haven't reached level 8 yet. Do I have any points left? I got 1 point. I'll figure out what to do with that. Real quick. Okay, so these maps give me barn locations. So if I go over here, and I'll show you, I have no barns. Barns will show up over here, right? Okay, so do you want to add a barn? Yes, as a matter of fact I do. Do I want to add a barn? Why yes, as a matter of fact I do. Deja vu. So if I pop in there, I have 2 barns. There's one there and one there. Those are your barn maps. Then again, we have some crates. We want to see what we got in these crates. These can be specialty parts. They can give you some value. Camshaft for a V8. Use that often. But honestly, I'm going to sell them. I just need the cash in the bank. You know, I got bills to pay. Got car parts to buy. And I just can't afford to store these at this time, so. Alright. Almost up to 20 grand. And almost to level 8. I think I'm going to call it. There's Quayzar. Hope you enjoyed the episode. We're down 2 more story missions. That is great. Alright. See you in the next one. There's Quayzar. I am out.